Good evening, good evening, good evening. I have a story here on a young lady by the name of sha'dayla Johnson. Without, with no further ado, let's get into it.
Is 2022, Melbourne, Florida. 5 days before Christmas, most people are focused on holiday plans and last minute shopping. But 23-year-old Sha'dayla Johnson is focused on something much simpler: getting to work on time. That morning, she finishes getting ready, says goodbye to her father, Ty, and walks out the front door of her home on Colbert Circle. What she didn't know was that someone was waiting outside for her, an uninvited guest. Albert 911, what's the address of the emergency? What's going on there? Over circle, level floor, somebody getting shot. I'll be getting a boss. You guys got to stand back. I know you guys want to. Sounds like there's going to be a suspect. Hey, does anybody on the street here have cameras that you guys know of? Sorry, guys. Passport suspect. Just come up and look with me, okay? This is 23-year-old Carlos Lamont Jones II. On paper, he had a fairly normal upbringing. Raised in a stable home, he was later described by his mother as obedient, respectful, and loving toward his sister. Standing 6'3" Carlos was a gifted athlete who played football and basketball as a youth throughout high school. His talent earned him a scholarship to play at Highland Community College, a Division I junior college program in Illinois. At that point, his future appeared promising, but that's where his path began to change. During his year at Highland, Carlos struggled to fit in and eventually left the program after a single season. He returned home, claiming the environment just wasn't a good fit. Upon returning to Florida, he worked as a laborer at a local manufacturing plant but was later fired. He then found work at a Walmart distribution center. According to those who knew him, he didn't seem to be building toward anything beyond that. He wasn't continuing his education, learning a trade, or establishing a long-term career path. That drift became a source of friction with his father, who felt his son was capable of much more. Shouting matches followed. The disagreements escalated until one especially heated argument ended with Carlos being kicked out of the family home. Suddenly, he found himself without a place to live, no college degree, no trade skills, and no clear long-term direction. That's the space he was in when he met 23-year-old Sha'dayla Johnson. According to those who knew her best, Sha'dayla Johnson had a habit of seeing the good in people. She was the kind of person who wanted to help, to lift people up, and to give others the benefit of the doubt. Unfortunately, the wrong person saw those exact qualities not as a gift, but as an opportunity to exploit her. She met that person in July 2022, and his name was Carlos Jones. Just weeks in, Sha'dayla learned he was living out of his car. Returning to his family's home wasn't an option.
So, in other
Tension with
words,
his father
she
left a
hooked up
bitter
with a
taste in his
pookie.
mouth. So rather than walk away, Sha'dayla did what came naturally to her. She tried to help. Her best friend, Tamia, later testified that Sha'dayla saw Carl.
Ladies, you don't help pookies. You see a pookie, leave the pookie where he is at.
As a wounded bird, someone struggling, someone who needed support. And Carlos, according to those close to the couple, knew exactly how to present himself. He played the part, abandoned, misunderstood, just in need of someone, anyone, who wouldn't give up on him. Before long, they were living together, but the relationship quickly soured. By the 5-month mark, arguments had become routine. Still, sha'dayla, ever the optimist, held on to hope. He has a pure heart, she told her friend, underneath the ugly, broken shell of a human. She wanted to believe that. But the verbal abuse and controlling behavior grew harder to ignore. She began to realize that the person she thought she could fix wasn't the person she thought he was. The breaking point came 4 days before Thanksgiving. What happened next exposed just how toxic the relationship had become, and was a harbinger of something far more dangerous waiting just around the corner.
There's this huge Emirati community. You can't go to an event without them being there. That's because they're there to support the culture. They're all riders themselves, and so they're there to just be a part of the community and the growth of the community.
Corner. Sunday, November 20th, an argument between the couple escalated until sha'dayla grabbed a kitchen knife and warned Carlos, "Don't come any closer, or I will hurt you." Police arrived on reports of a disturbance, and Carlos stated he
Typical Pookie behavior. DV. DV is typical Pookie behavior. Let's continue.
feared she would cut him. Sha'dayla didn't deny it. The circumstances leading up to that moment were disputed. Carlos called it an assault, but her words tell a different story. Someone tried to keep a threatening person away from her, not go after him. Either way, officers arrested sha'dayla for aggravated assault. 9 days later, prosecutors dropped the charge. The records don't say why, but a quick dismissal usually suggests concerns about proving the case. What matters here isn't the arrest, it's what it represented. The relationship had gotten bad enough that police were now involved. Sha'dayla ended the relationship and moved in with her father. Carlos, however, wouldn't let go. He bombarded her with calls and messages, hostile, relentless, vulgar. She ignored every single one. She thought about getting a restraining order, but she had just started a new job she loved and didn't feel right asking for time off so soon. She put it on hold. She never got the chance to revisit that decision. Exactly 1 month after the police incident, sha'dayla stepped out of her front door to find Carlos Jones standing in her driveway. He was angry. He had blocked her car in, and he was armed with a 9mm firearm. As sha'dayla attempted to return to the house, Carlos opened fire. Inside, her father heard the shots and rushed to the window. By the time he made it out the front door, Carlos was gone. His daughter was lying on the carport floor.
Hello, fire rescue. Yeah, we need the ambulance out here. Okay. Where are you? Yeah. Look over the circle. Okay, and which one and which one? Alright, somebody been shot. That's all I can say. Okay. Alright. Do me a favor. Clear the parking lot. Clear the parking lot. I got it. Go to the parking lot. Alright, I got it. Hey, sir, do me a favor. Get everybody out there. Sorry, go ahead. We're still getting flowers, targets, suspects. Who's here? Who's here when it's happening? Anybody? We're trying to get that information. Sir, what's going on? Who did it? I'm talking to you. How long did it happen? I was at every shot. How many shots? I heard about 10. I heard about 10. 10? I didn't see the fire. You guys got to stand back. I know you guys want to. Sounds like there's a suspect. There's one to the back, right? Yeah, no exit. Multiple gunshot wounds to the back. I have no idea what's going on. Okay. Everybody out. Okay. All guns out. You want to switch with it, right?
Yes.
Hey, does anybody on the street here have a camera? That you guys know of?
Sha'dayla is rushed to a nearby hospital where, despite life-saving efforts, she is pronounced dead.
My soccer team didn't want me. No idea why. Whatever. Oh, what's up? I know I'm an elite athlete. Just look what I can do with Sitco.
Sha'dayla is rushed to a nearby hospital where, despite life-saving efforts, she is pronounced dead. Back at the scene, officers secure the area and go to work. They canvass the neighborhood, knocking on doors, pulling surveillance footage, looking for anyone who had seen anything. And they found one, a nearby worker who saw a car flee the scene immediately after the shots were fired.
So the car, just so I'm clear, where did the car, it came from this side? That street. Went on down. So it's a black Nissan, but all black rims, black fence, black car. Did you notice if it was an Altima or an Maxima? It was an Altima. Yeah, they came off from that street and turned on to that way, to that way. Like a new one? Like 2014. Yeah, that's what I think. How you doing, officer? I'm good, man. Crazy morning. That's what good. About to get some coffee. Getting everything started. And 6 shots. It's crazy. Yeah, man. From over east. Yeah, I'm gonna have some people come talk. You guys gonna be here all day? Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, guys. All right, let me get back to work, and I'll send somebody over.
Moments after the shooting, a black Nissan sedan was captured by a flock camera, leaving the area at a high rate of speed. Investigators confirmed it was registered to Carlos Jones II, and a bolo was broadcast to surrounding law enforcement agencies. At around 11 a.m., Carlos walked into the Palm Bay Police Department and surrendered. But he didn't arrive asking for a lawyer. He arrived ready to talk. What's striking about the interview is not what Carlos says so much as how he says it. It's mere hours after taking the life of a 23-year-old woman, and he appears calm, relaxed, and surprisingly conversational, as though the events of that morning were already behind him.
Another agency was going to come here just to talk to you. I'm trying to get an idea of what you said, right? You're saying like anything else? Oh, yeah, this ain't no crime. This isn't like to television. Unfortunately.
What's up? Alright.
So you're 23. Old enough.
This dude is oddly, he is too relaxed for him taking somebody up out of here.
Destroy you. Oh my god. How you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts unsexy. Oh!
For nearly half an hour, the detective lets Carlos talk. No accusations, no pressure. He hasn't been Mirandized yet, so the actual reason he's sitting in that room isn't discussed. The conversation wanders, his upbringing, small talk, and some awkward attempts at flirtation. The detective is building trust, and eventually her patience begins to pay off. As the conversation shifts to personal relationships, Carlos makes a revealing admission.
Interested in one of them? Not so much. You said you lived with them. Are you family? Or just anybody you meet? Why? Yeah, why?
I got a personality that changes.
You like as you grow, or different people, different personality?
Just a different personality.
You don't have one best friend? Other than your cousin? No? Nobody that you can get with, or to talk to?
Honestly, I don't know if everybody knows.
When?
I got that problem.
When you got back from Illinois? Did you keep in touch with anybody when you were gone? Oh, you did? And you came back and things just changed? Yeah.
Here, Carlos describes feelings of isolation. That's not unusual. Plenty of people struggle with loneliness. What stands out, however, is how he explained it. Notice what he doesn't say. He doesn't say, I pushed people away, or I made mistakes, or I changed. Instead, he externalizes blame. A short time later, the Melbourne detectives assigned to the case entered the interview room. As the female detective stepped out, the tone changed almost instantly. The casual conversation was over, and the homicide investigation was about to begin.
Did you? You gotta go back and pronounce it. That's good. No, that's all good. I'll get out.
Carlos. Yeah. Carlos, I'm telling you, it's always this chest. Give you some snacks, what kind of snacks? So we're detectives from Melbourne, and we're down here to talk to you, but you came with the police department. They contacted us, and that's what we're going to need to talk with you. You came down to the bar in handcuffs. Because you're in handcuffs, I'm required to read Miranda, so I'm going to go through all that so to let you know your rights. I'd love to answer your questions about get to all that out. Try to answer anything I can. Get to that platform and from there, I'm going to reach for a card. Pretty standard. Watch TV, you see Miranda rights and all that. And you see that before the past. Yeah, so I've been. was the last time you were? What time did you were? This morning, last night, this morning. What time did you check in? Around 10. Her house. I went to Margaret. To her house. She didn't know. What time did she go to her house? So, like, so I'm just trying to figure out what you said about the 10. Today, you were at work. Or you were last night. I left around 7 something. The shop should be from where to my house. And then from my house.
I should use my mic for this.
What makes them watch you down to the pocket beat? I said, well, I mean, did you and your own free will, I mean, did you say, you know what,
I
maybe it's
do
a good
need to
idea
get
to
a better
to
mic.
myself that maybe I had to just think about that on the call. I was waiting to on the call. She knew what was going on. She said, I don't quote me on this because she didn't say this exactly. Because it's somewhere around, somewhere around there. She said somebody told me keep my sister. Or you know something, keep my sister. So I said, I told you that. And then I like I had no idea what this was going to go on call. I wouldn't expect my mom to just like call the heck. Did she find out? Like, what did she know? Talk to her? Did she tell you what? How to talk to her? She said, sister. So, her sister. Your mom's sister. Oh, the sha'dayla sister called your mom and said that you shot his man. I just told her mom. I said, yeah. She told your mom that you did shoot her. Today, we're making the GPT 516 series of models generally available.
Come on.
So, yeah. She told your mom that you did shoot her. Just told me there's been a fire inside him for a long time. And people do something for no reason at all. So let's talk about that. So how long have you been engaged in? How do you guys end up being better how do you just choose right away? The water or the water products? Oh, okay. She was there. And so she would just be at the counter, checking out what people, and then she would get like sales. And I would come in and like grab my stuff. I say something, and I'd be like, yo, I like this. And tell them to come in and that's what I was on. Just like salsa. Yeah. So I had broke up with another girl. What it is, not like break up with a girl because my relationships, like everybody, it's just, it's like, so it's like girls that they just attract you to for some reason. You know, she lives across the street, and she had she beat I would her around, so she so as I was getting my stuff to walk out, I was like, she talk to me. So she walked around and I was like, she turned around
I hope y'all can hear it.
So I stayed with her like hotels. From 7 to when she came back, no text. She was out. She walked in, went straight to the shower, took a shower. No, something to take. That's, that's business. I did accept. So I just got her. I was on the stops. I told her I wanted to go back. So it's time to go. And, so she put herself out. She know what you do. Stop. She put stuff out. She did it slowly. So I started putting stuff out too. She was like, with you at the time, what's my position? So I'm putting her stuff out. And she like, so she said, if you don't put my bags down, I'll show you the line. I'm just going to show you that. I'll be crazy. Like, what you saying? So I keep pulling my stuff out. Pulling stuff outside. And I hit the bag because I was able to still believe in that right now. So I'm putting her stuff outside. And she said, hey, and I still, I never touched it. But I still wanted to put her stuff outside. So she said, okay. She walked to the kitchen, grabbed my toy, and then she got mad. You know how I felt. I didn't feel threatened. And so but I just needed her to get out of the house. She was on the door. I had all the she was walking outside. And she said, I told you something happened on the and so as soon as she said that, dropped her bags and was afterwards. Down I take the knife from
Mm.
I go to the side. I go to the car. And so it was smart of me to do that. Yes.
It's like this
She
dude
realized that
really
she
just not
you
give a damn.
choice. So when she got it, it led me to okay. So
The two of y'all should never got together, to be honest.
turn it around. I was texting her. Text. She was smart. She did. She knew like I told her let me know we still out here taking the book out which one is she told me. But she didn't communicate. Like she was supposed to I was. I was texting her. Your car. She was the judge told her no contact with you. I said, okay. So she was kind of honoring that, not responding. Yeah. I could be your fantasy. I can tell you got beat. Yeah, not responding. Yeah. Yeah. So what the sha'dayla what happened was what the sha'dayla I got in the car. I said, can't mess with her. She, where was she at? She was at her house. She in her car? She was in her car? Did you call her and tell her you were on your way, or did she just show up? Right. So he showed up. What happened? Got out. She's in the kitchen. She started walking past my started firing. Which way was she walking? Towards like their front door. And they started shooting at her. How many times did you shoot?
Mm.
What do you think was going to happen after that? What do you think after you shot her? What were you thinking? I was just like, that was like this. Because I'm walking around, registered my name. It's registered my name. I still, you know what I'm saying? But why not? Well, like, when you were playing to your mind, would you say that you have a plan? Do you remember how you're going to do it? How long you do that? What's up? People not there. If he was out there, you've never died before. How many times once? How long was that? Once. The mall in Orlando, and he just looked at me and was like, "Take it out my door." And so I was like, just looking at each other, and I smiled. I was like, "Okay," but I shook his hand, and that was the only time I met him. At what point did you make that decision? Okay, I'm going to drive down. I'm going to shoot John. Well, because when did you make that decision? Okay, because I can't answer that. I don't know. But
Dude, what the hell you mean you don't know? You chose to shoot her.
and my dad, I said, and I was not wrong for anything I did. I was not wrong. You know what I'm saying? So
So, in other words, you blew her brains out and you felt justified for doing it. The fuck is wrong with this dude?
did you buy the gun back in Monday when you went to get it and waited that 3 days? Did you buy that with the purpose of shooting her? What did you buy it for? Just to have it on my nose. I had it. And you know I had it before I sold it because I was living in my car and I needed money. So I would already had my gun. I just, what made you like, what point did you realize, all right, I'm gonna go and shoot her? When did you make that decision? Was it days ago, hours ago? I literally just, I literally woke up. I was asleep. And it was just, I just woke up. Did you make the decision to this day or what? Yeah, after that. And I was, I don't know if you believe God, but I pray to God, trying to like, and it's not the same. The one that caused it, but I did. I woke up and just said, man, what else I got? So if you could go back and do it today all over again, would you have done it again? Would I do it again? If I'm being honest, I probably would have did for my dad and not her.
One of the more chilling aspects of the interview is that Carlos never fully explains why he harbored such animosity towards Sha'dayla's father. He mentions being angry about things Ty had allegedly said, but never provides a coherent justification. What he does make clear is that his anger wasn't limited to Sha'dayla. By his own admission, had circumstances been different that morning, her father may have been a victim as well.
Some people have remorse. Some people feel bad all in it.
Damn it.
What is Spectrum Internet?
I did not mean to do that. So, in other words, he went just after the daughter. He wanted the daughter and the pops too.
Remorse. Some people feel bad all in it. Some people say, well, I stick to their guns. They're like, well, this is the decision I made. For whatever reason, for anger, for upset. I don't know that. I don't know. Was it something, do you have remorse now? Do you feel like, hey, maybe I should have thought about it over? Do you feel confident in what you did and you're satisfied with it? Remorse, like, I should have done that. I took someone's money.
He ain't got no remorse. You can look in his face, tell he ain't got no remorse.
I'm saying maybe when I'm sitting in prison, I think maybe that's what I feel right now. That's my process. I'm not crazy. was a bad decision? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it wasn't my decision, it was your decision. And I can only live on the side. So, what do I understand? We're going to wrap it up here a little bit, and we'll try to get more comfortable for you. Were you on any medication, drugs, alcohol when this happened? And this was a decision you made on your own? Nobody's help? Did anybody persuade you, convince you, promise you anything for doing this? Nobody promised anybody okay. This was me. So, as I said, we'd be straight up with you. Yeah, obviously you're in handcuffs, you know the deal, you know what's going to happen. You're going to be charged with it. I mean, you made the decision to do it. Yeah. And I think you owned up to it, and I appreciate that. And like I said, there's always a story. And whether or not we don't all maybe agree with it, we don't think that it's justifiable, but that's a decision that you made. And I think you were able to explain why you did it. I can't relate, obviously. I've never had to deal with that. But, I appreciate you talking with us. I appreciate you, I'm sure eventually, like you said, you're smart enough to know, I'm sure when you're sitting in jail, you're going to be thinking about it, and who knows what's going to happen, a couple days from now or whatever.
By the end of the interview, Carlos had done more than place himself at the scene. He had confessed to carrying out the murder, drew a map to the recovered murder weapon, and said he would do it all over again. Officers said they were able to find Jones' clothes in
No
his parked dumpster and
remorse.
the murder weapon in the storm drain.
Asshole.
Carlos' statements left prosecutors with an exceptionally strong case and little incentive to offer significant concessions. Carlos was arrested and put into the Brevard County Jail on charges related to sha'dayla's murder. In September 2023, more than 8 months.
Moral of the story, ladies, quit effing with a pookie. Stop it.
After Sha'dayla Johnson was killed in her own driveway, a jury returned a verdict of guilty on the lesser-included offense of second-degree murder while discharging a firearm. The jury might have passed on the first-degree premeditated charge, but the conviction they handed down still carried a life sentence. At the end of the day, Carlos Jones is going to spend the rest of his natural life looking at the world through steel bars.
As he should. As he should.
Carlos Jones is a terrifying outlier because he doesn't fit the expected profile. He had no criminal record, no documented history of violence. By most accounts, he was raised in a stable home and given opportunities that many people never receive. Whatever jurors ultimately concluded about premeditation, the evidence showed that this was not a chance encounter. Carlos armed himself, went to Sha'dayla's home, and confronted her outside as she prepared to leave for work. Minutes later, she had been shot multiple times. And perhaps the greatest tragedy is that Sha'dayla's kindness became one of the very things that drew her into his orbit. She saw someone struggling and chose compassion over judgment. She offered support where others may have walked away. Those qualities were not weaknesses, they were among her greatest strengths. Sadly, they were also qualities Carlos was able to exploit, using them to gain her trust before ultimately taking her life. A promising young woman saw someone she thought she could help. Months later, he was standing in her driveway with a gun. Sometimes the most devastating crimes begin not with a stranger's ambush, but with a betrayal.